Welcome to the Roger Report live on the entertainment side. And I've just seen the movie Jurassic Park Rebirth. Y'all, another good film, another good film. Jurassic brought us to where you thought Jurassic Park would go, right to the age of the dinosaurs. I mean, it's a film of the modern era. They're dealing with some of the repercussions of bringing back dinosaurs. The public, um, you know, they made it like a it was a little something to the film where they made it somewhat realistic. People were excited about dinosaurs when they first came back. Eventually, interest kind of wanes off, and they had this thing where the dinosaurs were moving toward the equator because it was just better for them because the world supposedly has changed so much since they have been walking around on their own. So around the equator makes things better. And we got folks doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Going to the equator to bother the dinosaurs. Something that is illegal across the world at this particular point. But y'all know how it is. You got some folks who just can't leave well enough alone. But there's money involved, there's power involved, there's opportunity involved. People are trying to change their situations. Of course, some are more desperate than others, but it all makes for an interesting film. Not only do we have people going after certain things when it comes to the dinosaurs, because they say, hey, you know what we need to get? Now we got good reasoning for it, but you know what we need to get? We need to go get us some live dinosaur DNA. Because see, if we get it from a dead dinosaur, it's gonna mess up so much that it's so fast that we really can't work with it the way we want to work with it, to research what we want to research. So we need to get this from a live dinosaur. So we need to go to exactly to where the dinosaurs are so we can bother these dinosaurs and get the samples. Of course they do, y'all. Of course they do. So what you do, you get some people together who want to go do some things, but of course they doing illegal things because the whole world has said you don't go to the record. Every every single country has told its people don't go down there toward the equator where them dinosaurs at. Every country on the planet that agreed to one single thing. You would think people may pay attention to that one thing that every country on the planet said not to do. But you put enough money out there, you put enough opportunity out there, people gonna do what they want to do. And you know what? Who don't want to go see a dinosaur? All right. You think about it from a real world perspective. You got scientists involved, things like that. You understand certain things, but hey, have you ever seen them up close? Have you ever seen them be who they are in the wild? Have you ever just seen them be them? Well, guess what? You might as well come take this trip too. So you got some folks taking this trip for scientific reasons. You got folks taking this trip from financial reasons. You got folks taking this trip for, you know, well, I mean, some folks took this trip because they just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. So now you get to go meet dinosaurs. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Now, did the film tell a pretty good story? Absolutely, it did, y'all. It did. Did they do enough to make it realistic enough if dinosaurs were really out and about in the real world as of in today's time? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Did they get a good cast? I'm going to say they did, y'all. I think the casting of this particular film was absolutely fantastic. Okay, I think it was absolutely fantastic. You know, Scarlett Johansson was playing one of the starring roles, and of course, I do like Scarlett Johansson. All the folks who come out that Marvel world, Mahershala Ali was also in there. He comes out that Marvel world, and he is going back into it. But well, no, he was going to go back into it, but who knows at this particular point? But they did a great job putting this cast together. And the fact that it's going to take you into a direction that you're not going to see coming. That was a great thing about this film. So you're going to see, yeah, certain things that dealt with Jurassic Park in the past, certain feelings, certain fears, certain certain things that you have to think about dealing with when you're dealing with real life dinosaurs. And there's also some growth, some maturity, uh, people taking somewhat of a personal journey while things are going on, and a sense of real loss. Because of course, when you start going messing with dinosaurs, you're not gonna necessarily make it back. Everybody ain't gonna come back. Just here's what it is. You go mess with the dinosaurs, everybody won't come back, but everybody ain't gonna make it back. So of course there are real stakes in this situation, which just makes the movie better, and makes them more realistic. But there are real stakes that are a part of this situation, you know. So I do applaud what they put into this particular film, and then this extra direction that you just don't see coming. Now, I gotta say, when it comes to Jurassic Park as a movie, it's listed as an action movie. I can rock with that. Because you definitely got a villain. You have some protagonists. You have the unpredictable going on. Now, where would I put this on my list when it comes to an action film? I'm gonna go with believe it or not, I'm gonna go. This is about the fourth best movie when it comes to action, y'all. About the fourth best movie. Now, Karate Kid Legends is at the bottom of the list, which is followed by Aftermath, which was good movie, good movie. The Unholy Trinity will go above that. Then G20 goes above that. And this is where I'm going to put Jurassic World Rebirth right above G20, which is followed by From the World of John Wick Ballerina, which is followed by The Amateur, which is followed by Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. And I think this is a great place for this particular film. It did give you everything you needed to go back into this world. It gave you some good stakes, a good deviation from where you think you're going, and you know, a good way to wrap up this series. I heard that's what they were doing, and they were wrapping up the series. I guess this is a good way to wrap it up if that's what they're gonna do. But you had everything you needed for a good film. And again, the actors did a fantastic job. They casted this perfectly. So kudos to the folks over at Jurassic Park. I do recommend going to see it, and I will see y'all next time around. If you don't know, I'm your host Roger. I'm right, and I'm out.